welcome back to my channel. Everybody knows that I'm a huge thrifter and I love a good deal, and they always ask me where I find good deals. So I wanted to make a video about where to find these pre-loved designer handbags that we all love so much. Before we get started, drop a comment down below and tell me where you get your pre-loved designer handbags from. I'm always looking for a good deal, so don't be holding out on me. If you guys want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe button so I can keep sharing these tips with you guys. Okay, the first place on my list, Clothes Mentor. Clothes Mentor is a thrift store that recently came up in the last couple of years. I think they're like corporate owned but individually franchised, and so they're popping up in neighborhoods all across America. And what they are is kind of like a Ross mixed with a thrift. So some things that you go there, like the clothes, I love to shop there for clothes. A lot of their clothes are still new with the tags on. A lot of the things, the items that you'll see in Clothes Mentor, you'll notice that you once saw maybe a season or two ago in maybe TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So I think that they go and they kind of like source from buying, wholesale from discount places. But in addition to that, they are a go-to for designer handbags, designer shoes, and accessories. All the good stuff they usually have. The thing about shopping with Clothes Mentor is that when they get designer things, like they love to promote that they get designer things. And so if you follow their IG, it's hundreds of Clothes Mentors out there. So I'm going to drop a link of all these places below. So if you click below and type in your zip code, find the Clothes Mentor near you and follow them on Instagram so that you know when they're getting designer things. They will almost always post them, and you get to touch, feel the bag, or the item, the shoes, whatever, but I'm going to be talking about handbags in this video primarily. You get to touch and feel the bag, look at it, ask about any defaults or anything with the handbag, and they authenticate. They use the entropy system to authenticate the bag. You get to buy them with peace of mind. You get to see them in person. So this is a great alternative to shopping online. Next up is my favorite place to get designer handbags, and that's of course Poshmark. I did a video on Poshmark about tips for shopping when you're buying designer handbags on Poshmark, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description box below. A lot of people have commented on that video's page and saying that they, haven't tried Poshmark. I'm also going to put a link, so go ahead and join so you can get a discount off your first purchase. But I highly recommend Poshmark. I love Poshmark because it has the bargaining power on there, right? Like you can go ahead and like an item, and then the seller can offer it to you as a discount privately. You can negotiate back and forth with the seller. They can have certain items on sales depending on what day it is. So I like the bargaining power that Poshmark presents. Like it's always nice when people say Louis Vuitton Speedy bag for sale for $900, and it's like I'll give you $750 for it, and then they accept it, and then 2 days later you got your bag. And so Poshmark also has the quick shipping. That's another thing that I like with the United States Postal Service. So they have the 2-day shipping, the offer button, and the 2-day shipping I absolutely love. And then of course there's the thing that if you sell you sell on Poshmark, then you have your Posh Cash in reserve that you can use. So instead of, if you decide not to opt out and cash out, kind of like Cash App, you could leave your cash there and then use it for a next purchase. So that's pretty cool. Another place to find handbags is called Luxe Designer Handbag online. I like this website because they tend to have a lot of one-of-a-kind things, and of course they guarantee authenticity. And so it's a lot of websites going around like Yogi's Closet, The Real, Fashion File. I like Luxe Designer Handbag, and like I said, it'll be a link below, so go ahead and try them out. They are not one of the more popular ones. I think The Real and Fashion File have pretty much like and Tradesy have flooded the internet. The Luxe Designer Handbag is a good one when you want to find one-of-a-kind, really fashion pieces. This next place is a hidden gem, and let me tell you guys how I stumbled across it. So I'm an attorney, right? And I open estates from time to time, and so during my probate practice I would come across some mistakes where people had to liquidate their assets, and families from out of town didn't kind of want to be bothered with grandma's old things, so they needed to liquidate. Kind of found through the grapevine this site called liveauctioneers.com, and that's where people place estate sales. What the estate tries to do is they go ahead and they contract out for consignment certain items, like be it bags or jewelry, art, collectibles, you name it, and they get them values, and then they third party them off to auctioneers, and they auction them on the website, and the website goes live. You can go online and you treat it just like you would any other shopping site. You search for whatever it is that you want. If they have it available, you like it, You apply to be eligible to bid on it when the auction goes live, and then the auction will go live in about 5 to 7 days right there on the app, and you bid on your phone. Sometimes you end up paying what you might have paid had you just got it off of, you know, the Real or Fashion File, but sometimes you guys, things go for really cheap. You get a really good deal just because the auction is not at a popular time, so it's not a lot of people on the app, or if the item is like a special edition, like, you know, like I saw like a burgundy Louis Vuitton patent leather Alma bag go for like $400. And I just think that it was just because a lot of people just weren't interested in having that bag, and the bag was in great condition, or it looked to be great condition. And they do a full condition report as well as guarantee authenticity. So liveauctioneers.com, and of course I'm going to drop that link in the description box below. The next website is, of course, Fashion File. A colleague of mine told me about Fashion File a couple of years ago. I love Fashion File, you know, buy, sell, buy some more, sell some more. I think that, you know, by this time, if you haven't heard about Fashion File, you're living under a rock. Get on there and get on there now. Fashion File is where you will find a lot of the popular handbags, you know, the things that people have, the staple designer handbags that people have in their closet. That's a good place to find a lot of those type of items, a Speedy, a Marmont flat bag. And so when you're in the market for one of those bags, you kind of have your pick of the litter right there. So I love Fashion File. The next is a department store, and I bet you can't guess which department store it is, but Dillards does sell gently used Louis Vuitton and Gucci. And so I happened to find this out just by chance. A lot of people, y'all might have been onto it already, but I didn't know. I just thought that everything in the fancy department store was new, until I got a little bit closer to the counter and I saw that, you know, these things were gently used. And so while the department store doesn't necessarily have the best pricing, I think they could do a little bit better on pricing for used goods. Dillard's credit cards, if you guys are a department store credit card person, and you know, that's, if you are a department credit card store person, then that's a good option for you to go ahead and buy your bag from there and take advantage of when they have great sales and discounts on credit cards. I know that, you know, sales don't typically apply to designer goods, but if you do have a credit card, then, you know, 15% off is just 15% off across the board for Dillard card holders. So look in your local Dillard. The next website is Luxury Garage Sale. So they're similar to like Fashion File and the Real and Rebag. They do have flagship stores like Fashion File. I think Fashion File is in New York and California. Luxury Garage Sale is in Chicago. Shout out to my hometown. And what I like about Luxury Garage Sale is that in addition to handbags, shoes, they have a wide variety of luxury clothing. And so if you're into clothes, or you're looking for one-of-a-kind pieces, something that you might have seen on the runway that you couldn't afford at the time, Luxury Garage Sale will have that for a really good deal. Like they have, you know, Chanel suits and Chanel blouses. Luxury Garage Sale has lots of clothes more than anything, but they also have purses and shoes, a wide variety. They tend to lean towards more of the runway side of fashion. Very rarely will you find, you know, the everyday stuff there. Like I don't think I've ever seen like a Speedy on Luxury Garage Sale, or it might have got posted and went so quick, but you will find like one-of-a-kind things, unique colors of the high-end designers on Luxury Garage Sale. I am new to Facebook groups. I was skeptical about it, about the Facebook groups, but they tend to be, you know, they tend to work kind of like a book club. Like the people who are there, their profiles, you know, they go through like a little, you know, profile check to join the group. They post certain information about the group. Everybody, you know, the administrators kind of look at the postings, determine if it's real, and then the posting goes ahead and gets published, and, you know, people, you know, look to buy the item on Facebook. Now, what I do tend to see a lot is, again, the popular buys, the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci's. I do see a lot of those on the Facebook groups. The two pluses about the Facebook group is that a lot of people are willing and open and ready to negotiate, and they also have a layaway option. On Facebook, you can negotiate a lower price and put that on layaway because you're dealing with the real seller. And so that's a plus about Facebook group. If you do decide to take that you know, risk and purchase through Facebook, there are other places where you can get your bag authenticated. I don't always fuck up that word, authenticated, and I'm gonna drop some links below. But it's places that you can take the bag out and get it authenticated. It's places that you can send the bag too. And if you have a problem, of course, you've done payment electronic means, you can always, you know, file a claim, say it was fraud. But a lot of the sellers on Facebook, I've noticed when I look at their history, like because of the Facebook market, people are able to post reviews, and so they have really good reviews. People have bought from them before and they're really happy and pleased with their purchases. People have said that they got things authenticated and they were authentic. So I guess you would navigate that the same way kind of like you would Poshmark, you know, look at reviews, look at who you're dealing with, and have a backup plan to go take it and get it authenticated immediately so that you always have that peace of mind. So those are my favorite places to buy designer Preloved handbags. Drop a comment below, tell me where you get your designer handbags from. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.